Edwards, the curator from the UMLAUF Sculpture Garden. We may need to get closer because I don't know if our voices will carry with these masks. And I'm here with a special guest, Tom Hyder.
Hi, Katie. Good morning.
Hi, Tom. And we are here to tell you that the museum has opened up again. So please come visit us, come spend time in the garden, join as a member. That is the best way to help us out and keep doing the wonderful programming that we have. And perhaps sign up for summer camp. Could I get somebody here to tell us how great summer camp is? I'll step out of the way. And we have Ben and Luca here. Hey guys, let's do a quick impromptu interview.
Summer camp is super fun. Summer camp, you get to create a lot of stuff. Summer camp, we get to see all the statues. Summer camp, you get to have a lot of fun playing with your friends. We love all the games. We like being together.
If you like it so much, how come you're not smiling? Yay! Summer camp!
Yay!
It really, yay! Thanks so much,
Good job, guys.
Yeah, good job. Thank you. That was fantastic. Oh, summer camp really is fun. It's limited to 10 kids. We are taking all safety precautions. Hey, are we practicing social distancing, kids? Yes, we are. And you get a really wonderful ratio from teacher to student, so please sign up. There's just a few slots available. And I wanted to say a couple other things. Today we're going to talk about Tom's upcoming docent tour, which happens on June 20th at noon, where if you just come and do your regular admission to the garden, or if you're a member, you get to come in for free. Tom will give you a spectacular tour at noon on June 20th. And then I'll talk about upcoming Facebook Lives after that. So right now, let's hear from Tom about what he'd like to say.
Sure, happy to. Well, welcome to the garden. I love the garden. I love all of our sculptures here. There's more than 50 of Charles UMLAUF sculptures throughout the garden. One of the ones that I always like to highlight is this one right behind me. It's called War Mother. Charles created War Mother in 1939. Before he had even moved to Austin, he was still living in Chicago. Think about it, it's 1939, it's the height of the Depression. Charles is basically a starving artist. He's getting commissions wherever it's possible. A lot of them were coming through the WPA. You might recall that from history books. That was a public works project set up by the FDR administration. However, during that time, Charles was also creating a lot of works on his own. War Mother is one of those. As I said, he created it late in 1939. He actually started work on it shortly after the start of World War II. Recall from history again, the Nazis invaded Poland in September of 1939. It was covered by the news extensively, and Charles was overcome emotionally as he empathized with the plight of the refugees in Poland. And that's what inspired him to create War Mother. Now, War Mother is somewhat unique in the garden because it's a cast stone sculpture. Most of the sculptures you'll see when you come to the garden are cast in bronze. But in 1939, as I said, Charles was a starving artist, and he couldn't afford to cast in bronze, especially this was not a commissioned work, as I said. He just did it on his own in his home studio. So it's done with cast stone, which is a far less expensive process than casting in bronze. What's so special about War Mother is this is the piece that really got Charles UMLAUF discovered. It's what led him to Austin, Texas to teach art at the University of Texas. Because what had happened was, it was like early 1940, there was a major exhibition for artists around the Chicago area to enter their works of art. Charles entered War Mother, and the art critic for the Chicago Tribune did a column about that particular exhibition. And he specifically mentioned War Mother in his column. And he said, in his opinion, War Mother might have been the ugliest piece of art he had ever seen. Holy cow! The art community in Chicago erupted and came to Charles' defense and said, no, 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 you've got it wrong. This isn't ugly. This is a masterpiece. Well, this story caught fire, and it was repeated in the press around the country. And somehow it ended up being read by some folks here in Austin, Texas, and they said, hey, I wonder if that guy up in Chicago would be interested in joining our newly created art department at the University of Texas. They extended Charles an offer. He and his wife thought about it for a while and decided, you know what? It'd be nice to have a regular gig rather than be a starving artist the rest of our lives. And that's how Charles UMLAUF ended up accepting a position at the University of Texas Art Department and moving to Austin. And from there, as the story goes, Charles became an internationally renowned artist. So if you come and join me on Saturday, June 20th at noon, we're going to look at War Mother and we'll look at a number of other works throughout the garden. It's just a fascinating trip through the career of Charles UMLAUF. Hope to see you Saturday, June 20th at noon.
Thank you, Tom. I am going to be the first person to sign up for that. So interesting. You can see how wonderful Tom's tours are, how much you will learn from it. They're good for kids and adults,
Absolutely.
right? And remember, if you join as a member, you get in for free. And at certain levels, you even can bring other people in for free. Military is always free. And we have a membership drive right now. Membership is 10% off. So hurry up and become a member of the UMLAUF. And then you can come to Tom's tour on June 20th. And I just wanted to make a plug for some of our upcoming Facebook Live events. We are going to be out and about in the city again, as we have been before. Next Wednesday at 9 a.m., June 17th, we're going to look at Austin's Wooldridge Square and talk about the time that Booker T. Washington was there. And on June 24th, we're going to go to the Neil Cochran Museum House and look at what used to be called the Dependency, which was actually slave quarters at the museum, at the house. And we'll be doing that with the director. So please put these on your calendar. Join us for upcoming Facebook Lives. And thank you so much. Bye-bye.